Back at the bracket rack attack. Off the top turnbuckle. Hello. Hello. And hello. Triple hellos for all you little niggas and niggas in the world. You are now tuned in to the Just Bake channel.
Welcome to the Just Beak Show, where it's all about birds.
It's all about birds. Cockatoos. And
It's probably out there somewhere. Welcome to the Just Beak channel.
Just Beak.
This is our weekly review of birds.
This is welcome to the Just Beak channel. Won't you
I saw a sparrow.
just squawk with us. Squawk with us, guys. Squawk this way. That's probably the
Whoa.
intro song. Squawk this way. Talk this way. What the fuck is going on? We talking about birds.
Bird gang.
Bird gang. This is a baking network channel that is not baking right now, but we baking your thoughts. We took the tray out. We put your mind on it. We season your mind and put it in the oven to cook. Y'all, we baking your thoughts. Okay?
Listen.
Make cookies in life. Shit.
Half-baked thoughts.
What's organic shit, nigga? This is all gluten-free bullshit. We giving you niggas.
Vladimir Gluten.
You know what I'm saying? And for yous that are watching, welcome on YouTube, niggas. They see all this visual shit going on right now. You see the decor. You see where we at.
It's starting to come together.
You know what I mean? That's just Bake Channel, niggas. And you're listening to the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast. Watermelon here, green. Okay. Orange here. Even though they say men are colorblind, I don't know what the fuck that means, but I know what the fucking watermelon.
It means
look
I'm not racist. That's what it means.
like. I know what the fucking pumpkin look like. Goddamn it, you gonna tell me that shit ain't orange? It's more of a fuchsia. Fuck you and your future.
Bars.
We out here. Yeah, man. Episode 90.
It's 1999.
90, man. That's like an age I might want to get to. I don't. Maybe not.
Depending on quality of life.
Right. It all depends on quality.
Doodle walk on by.
Because if a nigga's 90 and can still pop that cork, shit, nigga. Give me that blue pill. I feel like we got a chance when we're 90 that we're going to still be able to have a great sex life.
I think we got a chance with organ replacement and shit like that. That maybe it's like, maybe the flesh won't last as long, but if you can replace the inside of the car,
Right.
you know what I mean? You might be able to
we're gonna
keep
give
it
you
running.
brand new parts, nigga, to keep that shit running.
I'm trying to get that 3D printed heart. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. And that, everything on the outside is just, cosmetic. You get your cosmetic. You want a new bumper?
Exactly. Unfortunately, too many women are putting in that new bumper.
That's true.
'Cause, dude, I heard about that where like how your body will reject things. Like women with breast implants, they have to make sure that that your body accepts it, that your body doesn't reject it.
That's crazy.
And if your body rejects it and you don't take it out, you get cancer.
Nice.
Women are getting ass cancer now, dog, because they're having fucking quick fill cement or whatever put in their fucking ass.
Fucking
your
fix the
body's
flat and
like,
shit.
nah, son. Your
Yeah.
body's like,
Don't put that shit in here. What the
And
fuck
then
you thought?
women out here getting ass cancer. What's the name of this episode? Women are out here getting ass cancer.
Ass cancer for days.
Come on,
Just
dog.
Stop it, ladies.
Damn,
please.
and even like I'm not even the positive type dude too much. You know what I mean? I try not to be negative, but also I'm not, the supremely positive.
Right.
But god damn, it's like you got to find a way to love yourself before you're putting concrete in your fucking ass.
Right, you got to get out there and know somebody that's gonna love your flat ass for what it is.
Yeah.
Go find a nigga that wants to plow that shit. There are people out there for things. There, I think what it is some people get so fucking like, well, I don't want this. When you get this super duper long list of fucking what you're looking for, and
I remember Chili from TLC. I remember her list because I remember they were being interviewed. R.I.P. to Left Eye. And I remember the TLC was being interviewed, and they're like, yeah, she's never going to find a man because she wants to, it was that
she had
way
a fucking
too.
grocery list of like, he's got to be tall, he's got to be able to cook, he's got to be able to, like, bitch, what is you doing?
Shit, even nowadays, my list is out of control. And my list is only like 4 things. My list is, I don't want a girl that's fucked anyone I know.
Right.
I don't want a girl that's an alcoholic.
That's pretty solid.
I'm sorry. And number 3 is I don't want a girl with a kid.
Right.
And those 3, I can't find nobody. Like, it's wild. It's fucking wild.
You're drunk and you got 3 kids.
Yeah, like my thing is like I don't want to go to a bar. I don't want to hook up with a girl that has kids just because no matter what they say, because I've messed around with girls with kids before, and it no matter what they have in their head of what it could be, of what it might be and everything, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
It just doesn't.
Doesn't
And
add up.
for some people it does. People that are okay with it, where it works out for them. But for me, it's not something I want, because as an adult, I've made the decision that I don't want kids. You know what I mean? We talked about the snipping and clipping, and
You guys know.
But for others, like, they seem to be, no, you don't understand. They won't be in the way. They don't. It's like, oh, well, you should care about your kids more.
Right.
'Cause
They're
holy
not
shit.
your kids. Don't worry. But
Yeah.
somebody's gonna be there. They're gonna look to me.
I'm telling you, the one time where because that's my other thing too that I've told women that I've messed around before. It's like, and I mean no disrespect to the child, but I don't even want to meet them, and it's
Right.
because I don't want that kid to have the memory in their head, because I know
Mommy's
kids,
friend was here, and
'cause
now he
kids
left.
remember shit, and because in the future they're gonna put two and two together, and it's gonna be mommy's friend,
Right.
and then you grow up and
Uncle
you're like,
Jay.
oh no, oh no,
Yeah, I bust my mom's chops. I had an uncle before, Uncle Dillard. You know, so my Uncle Dillard's. No, he never was, huh? Oh, you used to. Oh, good. All right.
cool. Just that's why he came over at 10:00 at night.
That's why my bad daddy, he wasn't supposed to know.
No, but I remember.
Uncle Dad, we seen Uncle Dillard.
I remember one
Okay.
girl I was messing around with, and like woke up once to like a child crawling in the bed, and I was like, oh, hey, no.
This is a
Oh, and then
comfortable-
on top of no, never, and then
right.
just
I know. It's
nope.
like maybe I like to sleep naked.
'Cause I
You know,
think-
coming in the fucking room.
I think the weird thing is that like some girls almost think the whole it's like kind of like with guys when we try to convince a girl to do anal, we're like, no, just try it. Just try it. Like,
you gotta do is just breathe.
And I
It's
think
just
that-
breathing techniques.
see, and these are the connections that I make, and this might be why I don't have a girlfriend, because I can conflate, having anal sex to having children, because to me, how you would try to convince a girl to have anal sex is how they'd try to convince you to just be around their kids, and I'm like, no,
You just touch them.
Okay.
Just pick them up.
just try, and I don't
Slowly.
hate kids, I just don't want them of my own, and I just
Right.
don't want to raise any. You know?
Right. See, I'm responsible enough to know that no, I don't want to do that, and I think a lot of people don't take that on. Like me when I took it on, that was it was a thing for me that I was like, I'm good with that. You know what I mean? And I think it was weird. I think it was almost like a part of being raised by a guy that wasn't biologically my father. You know what I mean? So I had that connection of
Shaquille O'Neal, biological
right,
father?
yeah, Uncle Phil. Phil was my father. Biological didn't bother. So me and Shaq related on that song. Even though instead of not bothering, my biological actually checked out when I was 5. So I didn't know the nigga like that. But to have a guy that raised me that wasn't, I think there was some part of that was instilled in me. So I had that avenue of that almost like predisposed to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I was predisposed
You'd already
to something.
gone through it, so you
right.
understood. Yeah,
something
yeah.
like, I know where that kid's at. I get it.
Yep.
He's going to tell that nigga he's not your father because I did it. Nigga, you're not my daddy. Wait, don't beat me. Okay, wait. I know you're doing everything for me. I should have a little more respect, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You don't get that shit as a kid. You know what I mean? It's just like, nigga, who are you? I remember telling my pops that, man, who raised me, man. He was, and I remember I picked a really wrong time. He was, I think, hanging with a couple of his friends or something, and they were sipping. So, I mean, right there, sipping is the wrong time to ever fucking want to crack jokes with an adult as a fucking kid. So I thought it was funny. He had told me to do something, cut it out, go do something, and I said, "What? You ain't my father. You don't tell. You know what I mean? That motherfucker lost his shit. I ain't gonna front.
It went complete movie drama.
Yeah, shit got flipped. And I was hiding. I'm like, I won't joke like that again. I won't joke like that. Tell him I'm sorry. I thank him. I thank you. I thank you for what you do. Yeah. But I mean, like you said, it's responsibility of knowing that. Yeah, know that you don't want it, and don't do something you don't want to do because it's just bad for everybody.
Bro, that's the thing where I think so many people get caught up in situations that they don't want to be in, of like exactly what you just said. Don't do shit that you don't want to do. And I'm not talking about like, man, I don't want to pay my rent, so I won't. I'm not talking about shit like that. I'm talking about like things that you don't actually have to do. Don't do them. Like even to extrapolate it out to like, that person that you don't like that you hang out with, you don't have to. Don't fucking hang out with them.
You gotta understand, we got the same. Yeah, I know, but don't hang out when they hang out with them. It's ways to do it. You know, I tell my kid that all the time. It's like Listen, if you don't like certain people or certain kids that, you know, in school or this certain way, it's really simple. You stay away from them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, unless it's some of the ones that are like keep looking for you, looking for the trouble. And then there's some of those kids are out there, you know, the fucking bullies or whatever that just got nothing going on. They want to find somebody to pick on. But other than that, if you like, oh, you got to get off that horse of wanting everybody to be your friend because it's not going to always happen that way.
No, because people have kids that they don't want because either the mother or father want to have kids, and you're just like, bro, how do you, like, I can't say that I've always been, you know, super responsible in my life, but I understand the weight of that. Like, holy fuck, like, how could you have a kid that you didn't want?
Right.
On purpose. That's the wild shit. It was like you had a kid on purpose, knowing that you didn't want a kid.
Right.
And then when the kid gets there, you don't have that come to Jesus, oh my God moment, you know, looking at the sun.
Right. You get to get it away from me.
Yeah.
That's that postpartum
You're just
shit
like, I didn't want a kid. Real. And then you end up in that fight of like, I told you I didn't want a fucking kid. Now we got a kid. And
now it's the kid suffering.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna fuck up a kid of another. You're gonna fuck up the mind of another kid in this world that might grow up to be all fucked up as an adult. And thanks a lot.
Well, and I think a message could go out to, you know, both sides of whoever does it, you know, man or woman. It's like, you have to find somebody who's, I'm not saying that they won't change and grow, but also don't try to mold that person into who you want them to be, because that shit's not going to work.
Right. You need somebody that's like-mindedness of where you're at with it. You know what I mean? Somebody that's on the same level, like, yeah, I'm with that. And don't just tell me you're with it. Be really with it. You know what I mean? Be with the shit. Don't just tell me you're with the shit if you're not with the shit, you know? You know, I know people that are excited. What I just run into somebody at work, this young lady, you know people like to try to get cute when they tell you things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm like, something like, how was your weekend? Good. You got plans? Oh, we're going to a beer fest. Like, she starts off with that. Going to a beer fest? Oh, that's cool. All right, you and your husband going to a beer fest? Yeah, that's dope. I said, yeah, make sure you got to, have one for me. I can't. I said, oh, you like recovering or something? Like, you know?
Yeah, right?
Then she goes, no, and she's doing a signal to her stomach. And I
it's
took
calm down, Beyonce.
It took me for a second. I'm just like, I said, well, you got like a bad stomach? I'm like, is it like you get a reaction? Is it like the barley or something?
The yeast?
Is it the yeast? You have an infection? And then she's like tapping like, oh, you want me to? Oh, you're having a baby. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. Thank you. You totally baited me in that whole fucking congratulatory situation. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to love people that do that. They bait you into congratulating them and fucking thanking them. I never really had that bone in me to do that. But people do that shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
They'll set up the story, so you got to chime in now. Right? Now it's your turn to say congratulations. Oh, thanks. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to tell me, nigga, but you did.
That shit is amazing.
But don't have kids.
I know, because even for me, then I like you could say the thank you, but then I'm like, damn, you really don't have a kid right now? Like the fucking, have you seen the world lately? Shit's kind of wild. Shit's
crazy, and you're excited about your little bubble, and niggas is running up in churches and shooting shit up. Like there's no rest for the wicked out here, cuz. Niggas is bodying people.
Yo, but what we're trying to say is this is episode 90, okay? And I am his co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Watermelon vs Pumpkin. That's Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Watermelonversuspumpkin.com. Watermelonvspumpkin.com. Hit up the all the sponsors down below. Get what you want, do what you want, sign up for different things. We got free stuff, free money, free whatever, man. Just take advantage of the deals down below, and wherever you're listening, wherever you are listening, hit like, hit share, subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you want to do. Hit up this hotline, because, man, we had a couple people asking us, is the hotline still in effect?
Come on.
Call the fucking hotline, 203-594-6977.
Get your opinion in there, folks.
Call the hotline, let us know, be like, oh my God, didn't you have hair last week? And I'm like, well, I kind of had it in a horseshoe shape, and I look like I'm 40 years older when I actually do it, and I got the gray hair, and I'm only 36, and that's why I shave it. And I actually looked up today, I was trying to look up, like, because there's certain things in my life that where I'm getting lazy on, but I mean, I want to work smarter, not harder, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like, so I was looking up. I know that people do laser hair removal. I'm like, yo, can I do it for Jerome's niece? Can I do it to the dome piece? And and it's like $1,800, but
so it's like a permanent hair removal. So
kind of how women do it on the downstairs. Women do it to their armpits and shit. Ka-clank.
That makes sense. So it's like you can stop having to fucking shave every 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like, can I stop having to shave my head all the time? And yeah, you can do it. And
Bars. And when they do that, it's just not gonna grow anymore.
Yeah,
dope.
That's it. As long as you
There's
know,
all kinds
you gotta
of fucking
check the
science,
reviews, go to the, you know.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. We're starting to get into the future.
It
you know
is,
what I mean?
man. Listen, I just my lady's one of her close friends just had an operation where a procedure she had done because she had irregular periods, her menstruals, and there's a procedure you can get done where you don't have them anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, okay. I mean, she's obviously older, so she's all, she don't want no kids. She's all done, But it's like, yeah, you can do that. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like, you could just stop.
we
that
can
shit
stop
from
that whole shit.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I mean,
we can put e-brake on it.
so you mean to tell me I can still get pussy even in that week that I usually don't?
Right.
That good solid week that you're like, and I give it a 2 weeks because it's the week before that they're really pissy and shitty and don't want it, and then there's the week when it happens. But then there's that weird window where they get really extremely horny right before it hits.
Yep.
And then it hits. It's that weird like, I should have fucking known while you were going all fucking cheat on me. This motherfucking shit was coming. You were cranky yesterday, all fucking emotional. I hate everything. Everything's wrong. Everything's broken. And then the very next day, like, oh, I need it. You're like, oh fuck. And then it's like, and then the day after the period came, it's like, I'm like noticing this shit. Like, man, I should be a fucking doctor.
A good amount of times you can actually make the period happen.
Right.
That has happened to you. Sometimes you
Hit that
uncork
drain.
it.
Hit that drain.
That drain plug. Definitely been known to uncork a few.
Guess what just came? Guess what
Exactly.
I just did? After I came, it came. We out here. Come on, baby.
Damn,
Episode.
babe, we just got the Come in Blood Express. Let's do it.
Episode 90 means many things.
That's what you came for. There's bars there too.
His bars
Yeah,
there.
man. Episode 90, Watermelon versus Pumpkin, is a beautiful year. It's a beautiful time. Let's get a couple of current events out of the way. Then we're going to dive into the beautiful year that was 1990, and one of the best decades ever. Let me go with. Come on, dog.
Come on, 90s was some shit now. We had a lot going on. You motherfuckers need to know it and appreciate it.
Yeah, but for right now, in the year of our Lord 2019, Nicki Minaj has announced her retirement. And hey, let me tell you, I ain't mad at you, boo. I ain't mad at you. Even though she's not fucking retiring, like she might be going to have a kid and then come back or whatever. Like honestly, she probably just doesn't want to look stupid like Cardi B. When Cardi B,
Dragging
2 weeks after she had a baby, was just like, "Damn, I didn't know it was going to be this tough. Sorry, I got to cancel some shows." And you're like,
Like,
what did you think this was, boo? Like,
did you think you was gonna be carrying your newborn around breastfeeding on stage? Like,
just by the foot, I got it with me. My kid's with me. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
With sunglasses.
Did you know that you were having a human being that you had to take care of? Did you know?
Man. That means Nicki Minaj is in love with somebody. I don't know who she's talking to, but somebody got her like, "Yeah, you want to do this family thing or not?"
Well, she's with the dude that she used to be with. So
not,
she got
not what's the name? Safari, right?
no. I'm talking. The dude still wears a do-rag. You know what I
not
mean?
the dude that beat her ass, right?
Who knows who that was? But no,
man.
like this is a dude that still wears, socks in the jacuzzi type cat.
Got
like he's
old school nigga, throwback
he's
nigga.
hood.
She
Like I don't know if he understands how rich she is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of
Well, as
those.
soon as
Like
you go to
she
her
probably
house-
doesn't even tell him.
Right. Well, as soon as he fuck her on them sheets in that house, we're like, "Oh yeah, okay, you made it." I wonder how. That's the weird thing. It's like,
Like she probably has arguments with him to stop selling weed. Like stop selling weed.
Here's 20 grand. Stop. He takes the 20 grand and buys it to re-up. That's the type of shit. That's some real nigga shit.
Real.
Like, man, fuck
it's
this.
just dude just can't get it out of him. And she's
Here's
just
100
like,
grand for you to get out the game.
Stop.
Thank you. I'm gonna take it and flip that. I'm gonna flip that. Like, damn, you just ain't learned. And they said, and she's just trying to feel like a normal person by getting a nigga that's like a normal nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's a lot of things that they say is, this is someone that knew her before she was famous. So he actually,
there's
who
ties
knows?
there. Yeah, there's ties there. But you got to see him as like, man, I just got a meal ticket.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta be honest, man. It's like if women do it all the time, it's gotta be the same way for men. You know what I mean? It's like a nigga chasing that purse. I'm like, get me a shorty with some money, man. What's wrong with that? That's gonna be a new thing for the future. It's gonna be more of that, I think.
More of a Kevin Federlining, if you will.
Right, K-Feds, and they're out there like, well, she,
Shout out to K-Fed for blazing that trail, by the way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh wait, we gotta give one of the first pioneers though, nigga Stedman.
Wow. Yeah.
he was pioneered that shit. That
See,
nigga was never in the light.
Stedman, that's the thing where Stedman did it right. Where Stedman was like, "I don't want what is it? Tyga, one of the best rap lines ever. I don't want to be famous. I just want to be rich."
Right.
That's Stedman right there.
Stedman's like, I don't give a fuck about none of this
Hashtag
shit.
Stedman.
I don't even think I know what the nigga looks like. If Stedman could walk in this motherfucker right now, I wouldn't even know it's Stedman.
Nope.
I know the name and I know the game, nigga, but I do
Exactly.
not know the face.
Anybody standing next to Oprah that's around her age, skinny, good-looking black man, I'll assume. But other than that, I'm not going to put no money on it if that's Stedman or not.
Yeah, so that might be the nigga. I don't know, man.
Right?
Oprah just flows how she flows, man. The nigga's around and she keeps her shit private. And hats off to fucking her.
Yeah. Hats off to her and Stedman because you never really heard of too much drama with them, right?
And it's tough, man, to be in that kind of limelight and status and keep your personal life, personal.
Yeah.
So to ones that pull it off, man, I respect it. Like, okay, y'all did that.
But you know
shit.
what? I wonder if it's easier than thought because I wonder how much of it is a show put on.
Right.
Like they would always talk
the
about.
couple that wants to
I
get
don't know the famous restaurants in LA, but they would talk about they would hit up. Not they in Oprah and Stedman, but I mean, rich and famous people would hit up the paparazzi like, "Yo, we're going to have lunch." Boom.
Right.
And then
get a photo op on me.
yeah, you show up and take the picture. Oh my God, they're eating. They're just like us. Well, yeah.
They were caught in public. Like, what did you think? They lived in the underground and they didn't really exist? Like, there's like a bunker full of celebrities right now.
Yeah. That's why Celebrity Bunker. That's a reality show.
Niggas just all hang out down there and stay away from the world because they don't really exist.
We celeb think bunk.
Do. We don't see the niggas. So are they real? Are they? Let's be honest.
That's amazing.
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, because I wonder if that's how it works then. If you are that rich and famous, you could just be like, yeah, I'm not, I don't want it,
Right. Yep. And keep all that shit, put it in your little tote bag and keep it moving, nigga.
Yeah, like the people that go out to the most popular places on a Friday night and it's like, oh my God, you're going to take my picture. Like, well, you look where you are, dummy.
Right. I know. It's like you got to get like some of them niggas that's good at it, like ball caps and sunglasses and hoodies, man, and go to the local chicken shack. You know what I mean? That's how you get away with shit like that. Wait, aren't you? Like, no, nigga, let me just get this chicken and get the fuck out of here. Can I be normal for a minute?
Brad Pitt showed up to one of Kanye's Sunday services recently and just walked in there. Like, yeah, I'm Brad Pitt.
Now I got to understand what's going on here because I know about this, but I haven't really dove into that. What is Kanye doing?
I think it's literally like a church type service, but he just does gospel music with his twist on it.
Right, he's doing the Kanye gospel twist.
Yeah,
with bringing out the fucking playing the live instruments and shit with his MPC Korg or some shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting there like, what is this all? I don't know all of a sudden where they come from. I don't know. Is he having his new found religion or?
I'm telling you, this is a bold realization that I had before we started. But Kanye, he's mirroring that DMX path, man. Like you came out as the hottest rapper in the game, and then there was definitely some drug use, and then you turn into God, and it's getting weird.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Because the Kanye's drug was prescription drugs. That was like his thing. I think he was addicted to scripts and shit.
And I know he was definitely into some ecstasy for a while, shit like that.
And now he's born
now it's
again.
all to the Lord.
He's all born again, and he's got to pray for his wife because Kim Kardashian, who is on their fourth kid. Which I think
she had one though.
She had one out of the four. That's right. So there's somebody.
She had one proper. Right. And the other three were.
It's the West Mama. She's out there holding these babies down for them. But I guess it just came out that she was diagnosed with lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. So I don't know. Maybe Botox and shit and all that shit she's doing. You can't say that because tons of people have lupus without any of that shit. So it's the way the cookie crumbles. So how much vanity you can have in your fucking life, baby, you're not opposed to these kind of things. And it just proved it right there, you know?
Hopefully she's got the money to, but you know what hopefully happens from it is she has enough money to like maybe find out how to cure it or how to, live as comfortable as possible with it.
Maybe get the best medicines available and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I got slight arthritis and I know it's a grind, you know? And then if you got the RA too.
That is a double meaning right there, brother.
You know what I mean? And it's, in time, man, it's going to fuck her up. You know, unless she's got that top tier money like Magic Johnson got. And then you can have the right proper expensive medicine that'll get you on track.
Yeah.
Keep you lined up.
How much to fix me, doc?
Right. So lupus is one of those things that people live with. You know, it's not anything that's is gonna kill you.
Yo, not much is killing you these days.
Right.
Especially
we
if
don't
you
even know
catch
if
it-
AIDS does anymore.
If you catch it on time, I think that seems to be the dinger there. If you catch it on time, then you're good with pretty much everything now. It
Right.
seems like, you know.
And that's just for people that don't do their annual checkups. You know, you go 3-4 years without checkups, man. Now you could have had that shit in that first year of it, and if you'd have caught it that year in that first annual, you probably would have had a chance. But if you go 3-4 years of having something in you that's fucking growing and multiplying into some sort of you know, virus or whatever. Health, you know, Genghis Khan. I'm Genghis Khan, gangrene. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Genghis Khan and shit. Well, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Shit that just grows, man. Bacteria and fucking, you know.
Hey, Exhibit, he had a song called Multiply. Is that what it was about? Maybe, probably not. But hey, he said we stay on the grind until we die. And back for more because we ain't getting enough. Probably has nothing to do with it, but listen, that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
Episode 90.
90.
Watermelon versus
Kim
pumpkin.
Kardashian's not going to make
Black
it to 90.
versus white. Cracker versus... And it's funny that that's coming up again in the news where... And a million of comedians have made this joke where they're just like, is the word cracker as offensive as... Listen, if you can't say one of the fucking words...
If you can say it, then nobody's offended. I've never ran into a white guy that was like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I heard the word cracker and I went to the roof. I never met a white person that was offended by it. Like, cracker?
No.
That's the best you got. That's a really weak like diss, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially look at the origin of it. It was like, oh, the guy who used to crack the whip.
Yeah.
Why? That's a praise.
I know. If anything,
There's nothing bad about that.
If anything, you're getting way too deep of like, if you call someone a cracker, that means you really, really hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you're cracking the whip on me. You really, really hurt me.
You whip cracker.
But no, it's funny. Like, I forget whether it was CNN, Fox, whoever. I'm sure they've all had the debate before. But this week, it was on there about like cracker versus N ... And it's like, bro, if you can't even spell one of them, that's the one that's worse.
Right.
Like,
I think they feel like if they put CR ... here, I'm like, what is that? Creeper?
Immediately people would be like,
critter?
cunt? Cunt? Is it? I don't-
Cunter. Is there a cunter? Is it? Can we get that as a title? Is there a cunter? No.
Is there a cunter here?
Yeah. There's a punter. He plays football. Not sure about a cunter.
That shit is amazing.
You know, but yeah, it's definitely that thing. Like, these are bad words. Is it? Because you wrote one of them.
Yeah.
You spelled the shit out even.
Yeah, when you wouldn't even say the other word,
Right.
that means that's the one that's bad.
If it was that bad, there wouldn't be places like Cracker Barrel.
Right?
Is this just where white guys go to meet and drink out of a barrel? Is that what they do? White people go and they drink out of a fucking barrel.
It's funny. There's a new wrestling organization that started up. It's called AEW, and it was started by a bunch of cats on the indies, and they got a billionaire backer, Tony Khan. His father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
And so the father owns Jacksonville Jaguars, and the son, Tony Khan, he started up a whole wrestling league, and it's big. Like, they're going to be on TNT starting October something. Like, they're going head to head
All
with
new
WWE.
faces or anybody that left any other league?
A lot of new faces.
Okay.
A lot of cats that were hot in the indies for a long time, but they also got some veterans too, like Chris Jericho jumped ship.
Okay.
Goldust, who's now Dustin Rhodes, he jumped ship. Cody Rhodes too, who was
That
Stardust
bag must
and all
be looking
that.
nice. Like, look, we know what they're giving you.
Yeah.
We're going to give you this to come on over here. This is something new. We got the bread, so come on down.
So it's pretty cool. But I say that to say, Cracker Barrel is one of their one of their sponsors.
Oh, okay.
And this dude, Darby Allin, took a bump the other day where they did some hardcore match and there was a physical, actual Cracker Barrel in the match. And he went to the top rope with it, jumped backwards off the top rope, put the barrel behind him, and missed the guy and just... I don't know how people do it. I hope that we're making new organs in the future because, yeah, these guys, quote, know how to fall, but there's times where I'm like,
yeah, there's no way coming out
bro,
of that.
who are you?
Right, there's no way you're coming out of that.
No.
There's no way you're going to the back and just sit there and be like, ugh, I didn't break that rib. No,
But
nigga, you did.
We say that to say it was not a racist barrel. So, episode 90, Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Like, share, subscribe.
Watermelon versus pumpkin versus crackers versus barrels versus nigga.
Versus hiccups versus air intake. And then we got to talk about this cat, too, because the NFL is popping. As you see,
Week 1.
Phillied out.
We out here, cuz. Chef is in the building.
And now there's the talk of the town is the dude that I can never remember his name, so I say Adrian Broner, but I know he's not Adrian Broner. But it's funny because he kind of has a similar attitude to Adrian Broner,
Very
and his
cocky,
name
like
is
Antonio Brown.
and AB.
AB. This is what he says, AB. Yo, AB.
AB.
AB, well, AB.
AB.
So, Antonio Brown, who was the menace for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nephew of downtown Julie. Probably not.
Right.
Show my age a little more.
You know what I mean? The nephew of the great Jackie Brown.
Bobby.
Bobby, Ricky, right? But he was the Pittsburgh Steeler, longtime receiver, best in the league.
We're not censoring that. He said Pittsburgh. All right.
Right. The Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, they got rid of him. He did nothing but antics there, a bunch of wild shit, always was in the media. He's one of those guys that he pulls out his phone during meetings, team meetings, where it's like he'll put like the team meeting snippets on social media. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, really? The team was like, we got like important shit going on in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like putting snippets of what we're talking about on social media. He was that guy. He fight through the nail when he didn't get the ball. Big baby. Hell of a talent, though. He's like the best receiver in the league, hands down. You know, he works hard, which you really like. He's hard work ethics. He gets out there. So they got rid of him because of all the bullshit off the field shit. Traded him to Oakland, so he didn't want to go to Oakland. He got traded there, but he did the whole welcome. Oh, thank you, Oakland, man.
Yep.
I got another shot. Thank y'all, man. I'm gonna do this. I love y'all, Oakland. I'm gonna do this for the city, for the state of California. Yada yada. And then he starts off funny. He's got the feet thing. He went into a cryogenic thing in France. He was in France, and supposedly he didn't know he was supposed to wear the proper footwear. Now he's done this before. He didn't wear the proper footwear. Supposedly, what it was is he had wet socks from they're sweaty. He went into this fucking cryo thing with wet socks on, sweaty, wet, or whatever. Supposedly it was a mistake, and so he had frostbite on his feet. So now he couldn't really practice. And they're like, "All right, AB, don't worry, take it easy." Sit over there, do some reps or something. You know, get your feet right. We need you. Now they're kissing his ass. We need you, AB. Don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault.
Yep.
It was a mistake. Okay, thank y'all for being understanding. That's what he says. Then he goes on to the helmet issue, which we talked about. This helmet, I can't with this helmet, man. I need my helmet. Now the league's been telling them for years, the deadline's coming. No longer these certain helmets are going to be allowed.
Yeah, yeah.
They gotta go. Supposedly he was saying that they told him his helmet was good and then switched sides on him last minute. That's what he's saying, which it doesn't make sense. Well, why didn't you fight that from the beginning? He's trying to say they didn't tell me to just now that my helmet was good. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. So he made a big spectacle. Now, since that's going on, he's saying, I'm not going to camp. I'm not playing football until this helmet's right because it's something to me. So now it's like, okay, now he's still not practicing with the Raiders because he's going through all this bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
So then he gets it all squared away. He finally finds a helmet. Okay, yay, AB finds a fucking helmet. Finds the helmet. Then he goes into...
Yeah, that needs to be a child's book. AB finds a helmet.
AB
like, you know,
finds
that's a...
nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All rhyming shit. But, so then he finds a helmet. So, all right, AB, you ready to get into this practice mode? We need you. Then he skips one or two mandated practices.
Mm-hmm.
Any professional in that league, in the NFL... When you skip those mandated, you get fined.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's opposed to that. He skipped. He was fined.
Yeah, I saw one was like 13,000, and then
Right.
one was like 30,000 or something.
Right. So he was fined for these multiple things he was doing. So now he's pissed and decides to go after the general manager of the team at practice. So now he's beef with him, damn near throws his fist up. I'm gonna fuck you up, nigga. And that's where that word came in because he called him a cracker.
Yeah, yeah.
The cracker word came out. Oh my God, AB said cracker, and then everybody's like, anyways, in other news, you know what I mean?
right.
Like nobody looks. It's not a racist word in this time and age. It's not really. It is, but it's not.
For me, the only racist word that means anything is the N-word. Like, there's no, like, in any other culture, listen, you could probably say those words, and yes, somebody might square up with you, but listen, the top of the top is that N-word.
Right.
And for white people, I'm sorry, we don't have it.
Right. I think there's no
Maybe that's the white privilege that everyone's talking about. Is like we don't have that trigger button. Like listen, for women it's cunt. Right. For black people it's the N-word. Yep. For Mexicans it's probably wetback. But even wetback isn't, because listen, I just said the word wetback. Right. So if I'm not even saying the N, so
because there's two things: it's wet and it's back. You put them together, they're not really that bad. You know what I mean? But so he went through all that shit, man, and then squared off, and now he's like, the people. They got to suspend him. What are they going to do? He went to fight the fucking boss. What are they going to do? They got to suspend him, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But now he went to social media and he aired a personal conversation with the head coach.
Yep.
They called him. What the hell's going on?
And the head coach was still trying to be cool with them. The head coach was
he
like...
He wanted to win so bad. He's like, I'm ready to suck your dick at this point. Mm-hmm. Please just stay. I don't even care what you're doing.
But you know where, even because I wasn't paying that too close of attention to the story, and I know that you're a bigger football fan, and like I knew that you knew more, but when I saw the transcript of that conversation, and when I got to the part where the coach was telling him, he was just like, man, you're so talented. Like, yo, man, let's just play football. Don't worry about the other stuff. Let's just play football. And dude goes, I'm more than just a football player. And I'm like, yeah, well, then, and you're done right there. You're done. Because then obviously you don't want to play football now.
Right. It's like, yes, you're more than a football player in life. We get it. But nigga, this is how you get your money. Like, you're getting millions of dollars to do this. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys are going to treat me like you, and it's more than that. No, there's the owners of a team. They have a team. They pay you a lot of money to be a part of that team, and they have rules, man. It's like any other company you fucking work for. It's a company. It's not free range, man. You're not, the players want to run shit, and the NBA has more range on that nowadays. The NBA actually, the players are deciding whether. If you look at it, if
LeBron don't want that coach, LeBron's not getting
right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the NBA is the only one right now. I say that they really dictate how things work.
Oh yeah, they run shit.
Everybody else is, it's the owner. I say things. This is how you're gonna wear. This is what you're gonna do on dress day for game day. This is what it's gonna be. You show up for here or not, you get fined. You get fined. You get fined. How do you get millionaires to do what you want to do? You hit them in the pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the only way. So don't worry, these are gonna pass in a second. So AB did all that. So then he goes on social media to do all that, and then he says, you know what, Oakland, you need to release me. He puts this whole big rant up there, and they try to hold me down, and my team trying to hate on me.
Fuck that.
Fuck that shit. So he said, release me. So they said, you got it, pal. The next day, they released the nigga. Now this is what's funny to me. He gets released. Less than 4 hours later, the New England Patriots sign him. Less than 4 hours, bruh. This shit. Now that I look at it,
that's a setup.
He said he did the whole fucking thing. It was a whole show for him to always go to. It was all about him going to New England the whole time. You know what I mean? He knew he was gonna take a hit and not get all that money. So it's like when you got a guy that got millions already, he's like, well, what's a couple more? Like, you know what I mean? Be like, well, you gonna leave that much money? Like, he got millions already. He's a millionaire.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? He's almost like, yeah, I'm gonna play with this money. Yeah.
It's crazy because pretty much he just played everybody.
He did.
So first off, it's crazy to think like, yo, this dude's a diva. He's being a bitch. I hate the way that he acts. But then at the end of it, you're all like, he got what he wanted and his plan worked.
Fucking Kaiser Sose, nigga.
Right?
Walked off in the end with the club foot straight. Like, damn, nigga,
with that penguin walk.
Yo, and you got it, and that's all between a move between the New England Patriots owner Bob Kraft with Belichick. So we'll just give it to the Patriots organization, AB and his agent, man.
Yeah,
they pulled that off. His agent was like, "Listen, I got them working in the back. I need you to go there." This is my theory. Just the guy sitting on the side looking at this shit. Of his agent was probably like, "Listen, go there, act a fucking fool, do what you got to do to get out of there." You know
it worked too well.
Right.
That's
Make them get rid of you. How can you do it? Well, I'll go in there and test their patience. Oh, I fucked up my feet. Don't worry. Now they're kissing his ass. Don't worry, AV. It happens, man. Shit happens. The helmet thing. Yeah. Yeah, the head coach from the Raiders coming out and going, I support him 100%. That's his head. He wants to, he needs the proper headwear. I support him. I support you, AB. And now he's trying to sell it even more. Like, nigga, stay with it.
Yeah.
I'm supporting you.
We're on the same side, buddy.
Right. No other coach would do this shit. Go against the league. I am. I'm saying I'm staying with you. They're in the organization of the Raiders. We got your back, man. Don't worry. Then he does this shit, and your GM's like, listen, man, I'm still the boss, man. I'm fighting you.
Yep.
You everybody else got to do the shit. You got to do it too. You're not bigger than the team. That was the message. AB is always that guy that feels I'm bigger than the team. Like just from that statement you said, where I'm more than a football player. It's like,
Yeah.
but you put yourself bigger than a team, man. You know what I mean?
And to be dead honest with you, the wide receiver position is the least important diva position. Because, like, obviously the first on the team, you got to have the best quarterback that you can have.
Divas, yeah, he's the number one.
But
that's the number one diva.
That's the thing, too, where it's like, even to be the best wide receiver, and obviously this dude has a tremendous skill, but I'm saying to be the best wide receiver, just even in the first place, they got to get you the ball a ton of times.
Right.
And that's what it is, to where, like, most fucking people, and I don't mean most civilians, I mean most receivers, if you throw them the ball fucking 10 times a game and it's in the right stamp spot, they're going to catch the shit.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
it's
almost
defense.
like, exactly. And then there's the miracle plays like, what's homeboy that was on the Giants with the blonde
Beckham.
hair? Like,
With the one-handed.
there's of course, that stuff where you're like, holy shit. There's stuff like
that's
that.
almost
But
or the other guy with the Giants, Tyree, who caught the fuck
on the head,
helmet.
on the helmet.
Like,
yeah.
How the fuck did he just super glue that movement and then got swung around to the ground and shit? Like, yeah, some stickum shit, nigga. You better believe in that.
That football stayed on his helmet better than any Steve Young concussion extra helmet ever did.
Shout out to Don Beebe. He had that double topper too, nigga. Mushroom top helmet, niggas. You're like, what the fuck is that? Is that for concussion protocol?
Listen, we know that you have a concussion. Like, imagine that. Yo, and they don't want to make weed legal. But listen to me. Who was fucking so high that they were just like, so you got a helmet, right? What if we put a small...
It's like a shell. It's like a dome shell on top of a shell. You know, like a double shell? You feel what I'm saying? So we get a double shell going, right?
So we put a smaller helmet on top of your helmet, almost like you know, like a deviled egg. So like the white part will be the first, and then the devil. That's the detail. That's the extra. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe a twice baked potato. You niggas ever had?
You're not gonna take me out of the game? Let's try it. Fuck it. Let's try it.
Man, the double helmet was real.
Bro.
I don't know. It didn't last long.
Looked like a fucking plane refueling in midair. That shit was out of control.
You know what I used to love the look I used to love as a kid was the niggas that had the big neck roll and the shoulder pads. That was something I always wanted. Like, man, when I play, I'm gonna get a fucking neck roll because it makes you look like a maniac.
Yep.
You know, it's like fucking these hiccups are coming at the wrong time.
Do they ever come at the right time?
But that look, but the neck roll and the face mask that had the little bull ring, that was like the speaking of '90s, that was a '90s look as far as helmet wise. You know
It was
what I mean?
funny too because AB he put up a picture on his Twitter of like what he thought the Raiders wanted him to wear, and obviously it was exaggerated. He was making fun of them, but it was one of those old Jim Brown kicker helmets with fucking one bar. You know what I mean? He's like, "This is what they want me to wear." It's like,
Oh my god, this is what they want me to do. This is why I say I can't fuck with y'all. I can't fuck with y'all. So to me, it looks like he did the biggest. Had everybody on a string. All you see is these guys on these sports media, ESPN, all these shows. They're killing them. Oh, some professional. How stupid is he? What is he doing? He not gonna get that money anywhere else. Ain't nobody gonna give him. He probably won't even make a team. This is what they're saying. He's gonna get released. He's never gonna make a team. You didn't even let it sit for a couple of days. That's why for that to happen so quick like that, it was already something going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean, because that usually doesn't happen like that.
No, that's not a knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, the guy's been causing all the problems and everybody talks about. Yeah, let's get him. Like that's not the
Belichick. But I tell you what though, can't play that shit in New England, man.
Yeah.
They don't play that shit. It's like they have a winning atmosphere, and you're gonna go there, and it should humble. Like a lot of those guys get humble when they go there. Ocho Cinco, Randy Moss, like they go there and be like, "Oh, you niggas win."
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing is that they win, and that's straight up being in an environment of. I'm sure that there's a more respectful way to put it, but they might just get busy and just be like, "Listen, we don't need you to win. You know who we are? You see what we've been doing? You know, like we don't need you to win. We would like you to help us out and win even more.
Come on and join
but
us.
We don't need you."
Right.
So
and that's why New England does shit like we're gonna give you a year.
Yeah.
Do 1 year.
Yeah,
help
and
us out this year.
that's what dude got. And because I'm sure, even though he was part of this, what seems to be a plan, because if this was all
this is all
circumstantial,
our
holy
own
shit.
speculation of it all.
But even if he was part of this plan, it's like, okay, cool, you got that to work. But now you have to do not what you did in Pittsburgh. You have to do not what you did in Oakland. You have to now get right, and you have to act right, and you have to be a part of this team and not be a diva.
Right. If you fuck up in New England, then everybody's going to be like, oh, it was just him the whole time.
Yep.
You know, for people that are still on the fence, this is for the fence people. Like,
it's for the fence dwellers.
Yeah, it's like, well, Pittsburgh has a real weird atmosphere. Ben Roethlisberger, the rapist, I call him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
got away with. You know, he's a very weird kind of guy where you could tell that maybe that didn't really work like that. You know what I mean? It's like, Oakland has got that image, you know, the rough image and bad, but it's like they're new going on right now, and, you know, maybe that wasn't the fit for him. He's got Derek Carr, who's like the quarterback for them. He hasn't really proven himself yet. Or you got the New England Patriots, man, who's been the fucking, you know, been to 9 Super Bowls and won 6 of them. You know what I mean?
But you know what, I will say that this is a little bit weird too, because how a lot of people do the whole they say that the Patriots are cheaters with a bunch of different things that they've done in the past. This does look shitty on them a little bit too, of like you were saying, yeah, you guys didn't hear about, and of course behind the scenes managers and agents hear about shit obviously way before we do, but man, to make it happen that goddamn quick, that's a little bit touching.
It's a little bit touchy, nigga. And come on, you got to know, man. These guys are fucking million and billionaires, man. You don't think that Bobby Kraft from the owner of the Patriots could have came to that fucking agent for AB is like, listen, here's $10 million for you. Put that in your pocket. All right.
Yeah.
Make sure he fucks up and comes over to us, and you get what you get when he signs.
Yeah, and you get your fee.
Take this, and then you take this on top of it.
Here's your signing bonus.
Yeah, come on, man. All that shit is going on. These guys fucking betting people's fucking livelihoods on a game of golf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this shit is definitely happening. But,
and now it'll be interesting to see if you get any copycats or attempted copycats. Because I can compare it to, there's cats in wrestling. Like I said, now there's another big league out there, AEW, instead of the WWE. Cats will try to leave the WWE now, but there's, of course, contracts and stuff. So some people back in the day, when there really wasn't another place to go, it was almost as simple as ask nicely for your release, they'll let you go.
Right.
Now, because there's competition, people are doing these internet things of like, today I asked for my release for WWE. I just want to say I had a great time there. I made so many friendships. And then Vince McMahon goes, nah, B. And
did he really?
Go home. Yeah. Go home. And you're not on TV, and you can go sit home for 2 fucking years, and then maybe you can go do whatever you want to. But so I wonder now if you'll try to see other people copycat with the whole like, watch somebody who doesn't act up,
right,
and see
if you could play with it. It takes a lot to do that, because now, I mean,
it's a hell of a gamble on yourself,
right? And you're pitting the locker room. You might get a big fucking linebacker who's no joke. Rip your fucking.
Who tells you to
off.
cut that shit out? Yeah,
it's like, listen, man, these guys are all there for a purpose, to win and get championship. But if you come in there with all that diva shit, man, the motherfuckers don't want to hear it, man.
And that's the other thing too. I bet you, wide receiver is one of those positions where you probably have a whole lot longer of an average lifespan in
shelf life,
in the NFL rather than, linemen. They get fucked up. Quarterbacks are getting
linemen could last a little bit. They don't really last. You get some that know how to condition well, and they can last those double-digit years. But double-digit and linemen usually don't go hand in hand.
No.
Same with running backs.
Yeah, running back, you're just getting tackled way
like
too fucking much.
7 years, maybe 8 years before you start like body wearing down, unless your conditioning is top level,
But the problem with being a running back is just when you get tackled by some of those 265-pound, just made of twisted muscle, that fucking you're getting hit like a car crash every time you carry the ball. Like,
and that's why I respect. Shout out to, we're gonna go to Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to
the Darren
Sproles, who's been a couple of teams, but
Sprolby Bryant.
He is an NFL player that's a veteran, over 10. He's about 13 years in or something like that.
Nice.
Been a lot of teams. Still fast as hell. Fast as shit, man.
Good shit.
And he's only 5'6".
Wow.
He's in the fucking NFL, bro. 5'6", 5'7". Oh, 5'7" years old. 5'7". He's in the NFL. He's only 7 years old. You can't believe that? Niggas making millions. But, shit like that, man, it's like, that's the rarity, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's had his injuries in the last so many years, though. He's been getting banged the fuck up. Being that size, and now you're over 10 years.
And you're getting that age, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not going to work.
Yeah, that body, like we said, hopefully they can replace shit in the future, because it'll probably get to the point where it's like, oh, yeah, he's in the offseason, he got his fucking fill in the blank replaced. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's coming back with a new arm this year, Doc, so we'll see how it goes.
But I tell you what, though, man, that Antonio Brown, for the style of player he is, in that New England system shit they go, he's gonna if they get him the ball like they're going to, he's gonna excel, man.
Yeah.
Because he's very big with the yards after catch. That's yak. For y'all that don't know, that yak game for him is ridiculous. And New England does that less than 8 yards, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5,
Dude,
6, 7, 8.
Dumping it off to Gronk forever.
Right. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Remember in the last Super Bowl when they were just dumping, or maybe not even the last Super Bowl because I don't think Gronk had too many catches, but in so many of the Super Bowls when they would just dump it to Gronk of like, hit him with that at 6 yards, he runs for 14. You're just like,
Right.
bro, and then they would just keep dump it.
Because he's got people hanging on to him. He's dragging them to across the threshold and shit. But I know it's gonna be the same thing because AB he's gonna get that ball at 5, 6 yards, 4, 3 yards, and he's gonna turn that shit into shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what he does. So good move for the Patriots. Not so good for the Raider fans, which I have slight love for the Raiders, my other boys, but you know,
because I'm an NWA fan, I as well.
Yeah, all right. I used to that was part of it too, man. Like that logo and that look back then. It was
They,
like,
I mean, they've had the coolest fucking logo forever.
Right.
They out of anybody, if there was somebody that didn't even watch or didn't even know what football was, and you lined up all the jerseys, they would just be like, "Yeah, the Raiders jersey."
Right.
Every single
and then
time.
you look at people in the fucking black hole like these motherfuckers are maniacs. Oh, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever you can go Halloween shopping to be at the game.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're all about. You know what I mean?
true.
But yeah, opening week just happened, so that was a beautiful thing.
And the Patriots went ham on whoever the fuck they played.
Pittsburgh Steelers
without AB.
Without AB.
AB didn't. AB
Right.
wasn't even on
If
it.
he was, he had to sit week 1 because he didn't. It happened.
I mean, they got him the day before the game, so
Yeah, right.
really-
But he could have if they met on that day and got him at a certain time. I think before 4:00.
Wow.
So he would have been able to. But since it was after 4:00, you got to wait. Sit out a week.
It's probably good, man, because that, God forbid, he fucking went up and rolled an ankle or some dumb shit.
But opening week was good. My Eagles, as you see, I'm rocking it. They got the W. Division game down 17-0. Storm back, won the game by 6 or 7 points. We
Nice,
got 32 something, 35 something. I don't know, but the W was there. I still got a voice. I was yelling, talking shit, but I calmed down.
Talk to him.
Right, I had to calm down and realize that I had things to do in life. And I said, okay, I think I'm done here now, and I'm not gonna be that kid I was when I was a kid.
And you know what's so crazy now too with this football season that I'm looking forward to is that this football season happens, which of course I don't have a particular team that I root for. I'm one of the most vanilla people that just, hey man, as long as it's a good game, that's me. I enjoy watching a good game if it happens. But after this season ends, that XFL starts up in like February, and hopefully they last this time because
what was it? 2 seasons? 1 season?
They only did 1 season.
Really?
I think it was only
I thought
one.
it was a couple. Okay.
But the people that came out as their competition, it was the U.S. something football league.
USFL.
Those motherfuckers, they came out last year and they only lasted like 4 games or some shit. It was bad. But
Well, I know Wichita's pretty big right now. Still, I think the arena football.
arena's always fun, man. We used to have those.
We won a 70-64 score.
Hell yeah.
You watch arena football.
Because what, they play a 50-yard?
50-yarders,
Yeah.
and they get that. They do that Canadian running head start shit.
And they get the fucking body checks on the ooh.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much playing a fucking hockey rink.
I always thought that was weird, but my whole thing is like, if I'm playing defense and like a cornerback and that Canadian style shit where you guys get a run and start, it's like obviously I should be able to jump the snap because as soon as he gets to me, I'm going to be able to. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
He's going to snap by the time he gets to the line of scrimmage because that's when it has to be. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe if you got to time it, if it's you go earlier before he gets to the line of scrimmage, that could be shaky. But it's like you know he's going to snap it at that time because there is a body running towards the line of scrimmage that if he doesn't snap the ball in time, it's going to be offside.
Right, unless he jump stops, he's got to do it.
It's a weird thing to see. But
we used to have the New Haven Ninjas?
New Haven Ninjas. I know a couple cats that I knew that went and tried out. Didn't work out too well for them because at that time we were in our mid-20s, but still they were almost 8 years out of high school playing.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that 8 years, if you're not continuing to do this shit,
yeah.
you're not, what do you, and these guys were pulling kinds of shit. They went there quads and hammies and fucking backs and shit. Like, yo, I know what the fuck.
You gotta stretch, dog.
I know what the fuck you're doing. You thought you was doing some shit that you can't do.
Some shit that you used to do and haven't done in 8 years or whatever.
Muscle memory, man. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, what are you doing right now? What is, ow. Stop it. You know?
Muscle's got that short-term memory. You know what I'm saying?
Like Kevin Hart. No, that's bad. Bad joke. Too soon. I think.
But people are going nuts on Kevin Hart because of those gay jokes coming back around. People are like losing their fucking mind over. No, like over. You know the report of the accident comes out, and then people are just like, fuck him, he made fun of gay people, but in much more inventive ways of like, I hope he dies because he made fun of gay people. But they say in cool nowadays language, but it's wild. Look, man.
I thought gays were supposed to be some of the biggest on turning the other cheek, no pun intended. But you know what I mean? I thought like a motherfucker that's always so critical about being judged and say something. I was saying this shit the other day. I said, what's funny? There's a lot of I ran into like she worked with a gay dude, my lady. And certain ones that are like, oh, he was talking, oh, look at him, look at that, look at this, look at that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? To be such a motherfucking, some people that are so worried about judgment, you fucking sure as hell judging every goddamn body. You know what I mean? Like that's that double standard shit.
If you're screaming out how you want everyone to accept you, but you're just shitting on everybody else, it gets a little like.
Right. So what are we doing here? What's up with this double standard? So it's good for you and not for the goose and gander, whatever the fuck the expression
that's what that weird left ideology is like, oh my God, we accept everyone and we love everyone as long as you agree with us.
Right.
And it's everyone should be accepted, but when somebody has a different point of view, it's oh my God,
right.
You're a fucking Nazi.
We
no
longer accept you. We want you away from us and put that, But I'm just fucking ending with hiccups at every fucking statement.
Just hicking on them. So like we said, this is episode 90 of the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Hit this hotline, 203-594-6977. Call or text and let us know what the bruck is up. Because, like we said, man, episode 90. And we have never missed a week. It's been 90 in a row.
90 in a row. That's like Jordan ain't got shit on that, nigga.
Come on, dude.
You know what I'm saying? This is records, nigga. These finger rolls from the layup line. You know what I'm talking about, nigga. 1990, nigga.
It's 1999, my brother.
Let's see, 1990. That was a great beginning of a year. Gangster rap, I think, started creeping in. Late 80s started
changing over.
Yeah, it started changing the movement of what rap was doing, and more conscious people started coming out with the Public Enemy and Fight the Power shit. That was that Do the Right Thing, early 90s.
In the year 1990, America's favorite animated family, The Simpsons, is aired on Fox for the first time. That's wild.
That's classic. You're talking about 90. So we're talking to 29 years ago? Almost 30 years? So their 30th year is coming up soon.
That's fucking nuts.
2020 is going to be their 30th year. That's crazy, man. 30 years, and they're still making brand new episodes.
Of a cartoon. Then that shit is wild.
I remember having back in the 90s, in 1990, I'm pretty sure it was, when The Simpsons were more like 91 because the show had to get popping.
Yeah.
But when it started popping, that's when all the fucking, I remember this, man, I beat 91, 92, with the Don't Have a Cow, Rastafari Bart.
I remember the T-shirt.
So many different Bart Simpsons.
I remember the T-shirt that my mom wouldn't let me buy, and I remember the one that she would let, and then remember the one that she ended up letting me buy. The one that she wouldn't let me buy was, I'm Bart Simpson, who the hell are you? And the one that she let me buy was Eat My Shorts.
It was so funny he said that. I had the same exact fucking Eat My Shorts. It was just a picture of Bart Simpson with the bubble. That
with
said,
the bubble, yeah. And he had a skateboard and shit.
Yes, I had the same exact. I have a picture somewhere lurking in my mother's fucking photo album, I'm sure, of me with that fucking shirt. Speaking of the 90s, I had a 90s shirt from 19, and it was 91 when I was, I looked at it. I had asked my mother, I said, Mom, where did you get some of my clothes from? I'm pretty sure that was a hand-me-down from somebody, but who? Like, I don't remember being a fan of a rock and roll group called Rat,
Nah, that's definitely AD shit.
Yeah, R-A-T-T, Rat.
Yeah,
Like, I didn't even know what fucking hits they had, but I sure as hell had the shirt walking around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So my white mother put a Rat shirt on me.
But you know what's funny, too? Because that is the style now. Like, you'll see fucking Kylie Jenner wearing a fucking Megadeth t-shirt. Yeah, you a big Megadeth fan?
It's funny you say that because like my nephew who's like 21, his kid's mother, that's all she wears is like the Pink Floyd shirts, Nirvana. I'm like, you can't even fucking recite to me one song, so stop. You know what I mean? It's like, you're just chasing a fucking. I want to be nostalgic to be nostalgic. I want to be nostalgic to be nostalgic. People that are about that life are about it. People that pretend, they pretend. I mean, it's.
Rat's big song was Round and Round. I remember this song.
Okay.
That's wild. Okay, yeah, because there also are things that, you're just like.
I fucking Rat shirt on. That's great.
That's amazing. No, I remember so many. I remember more garbage bags filled with clothes being dumped on the kitchen table of like, because there was only me and my brother, and I remember those clothes being dumped out of like, all right, boys, look through these and see if there's anything that you want. I don't know where those fucking clothes came from. It was probably a bulk buy from.
Did you knock off a fucking a bin, ma?
Right,
Goodwill
exactly.
bin.
You knock off damn, ma, you knock off a Goodwill bin because none of them were new, and there was always that like, I don't know where you got these from, but some okay.
Don't put them on. Yeah, I gotta wash them first. But
Exactly.
pick them out.
There was always that.
That was another 90 thing. Oh God.
My mom's still like that, like buying sheet sets and shit. Like just you got wash. Just make sure you wash it first.
Right.
All right, mom.
Just wash it. I tell you, it's funny because when I go into there's a spot called Savers out here, where it's all used clothes and stuff like that. Every time I go in there, though, I get this weird I itch. I don't know if it's like something from the clothes not being like on the racks from not being clean, but I get this weird fucking itch, and I'm like, and it's a funny smell. Like stale clothes.
It's a specific smell though, because that's the thing too. All Goodwills, they have that same. You walk in, you get that little tweak where it's like, I don't even know if it's bad or good, but it's that.
It's there.
It
exists, and it's like I'm gonna take shit home and clean it and bring it back to life. But as a group sitting together, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's fucking terrible. You know?
Yeah, whatever. Because I'm assuming that they wash the clothes once when they get them, because I'm sure that they don't just get them and throw them on the fucking rack. So whatever they do that first initial wash with, is not the flavor. What else happened in the 90s? And another thing that's interesting, too, because we're talking about things that happened then, but things are still happening now with Home Alone. Home Alone dropped in the 90s.
Yes.
Which, amazing movie. But that's one that's on the list to be remade. Which
are they redoing that?
They're redoing it.
Come on.
But it's funny, too, because there's a... whatchamacallit, there's a petition out there to have it be made with Macaulay Culkin as now a 38-year-old whatever the fuck.
Oh, God.
And just don't say a word about it. Just be like, do not address that this man is 38 years old, but just make the goddamn movie with him
as still being lost?
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's just one of those, because the internet's just so like, that movie does not need to be remade, because if you're going to remake that movie, are you just going to remake it in the 80s?
Right.
Because nowadays, it would literally be like, yo, Siri, tell my mom stop fucking at home. Like, it would be, what is it? It's just a text. That's all it is. It's a text of, damn, Ma, you forgot me. All right, well, we'll come back right now. Or just meet us at the fucking airport, get an Uber. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't, it's just so, I hope that they don't remake it in,
Right.
That's why Rob Zombie's movies are so crazy, because he makes them in the 70s and 80s when, like, now so many of those problems could be like, damn, I pulled over on the side of the road, boom, 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 dial a number instead of I pulled over on the side of the road and I got my leg out. Come on, please pull over.
Right.
You know?
The struggle was a lot more real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, shit broke down. It's like the convenience of having that cellular communication on you is key, man.
Key.
Because those motherfuckers back in the days, like, man, we had to figure that shit out. I hitchhiked for fucking 3 days.
Exactly.
Just to get a ride home. You know what I mean? Like, God damn, nigga.
With the gas can.
Right.
Just like, I just need a gallon.
And back then, he really needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't the crackhead move. That nigga really needed it. I need the gas, nigga. Like, crack don't even exist yet.
But it was funny, too, because back in the day, people actually had the gas can. It wasn't people walking around with a fucking olive oil jug. Like, could you just... No.
Just put a little bit in here, put a schmidgy. In Living Color came out in 90.
And Living Color.
That was one of my favorite sitcoms. I would say sitcoms, more
variety show.
Yeah, like your
sketch comedy.
Sketch comedy. There you go, like your Saturday Night Lives and shit, Mad TVs. That was great. It was first like kind of I would say all black production of a comedy sketch, because I can't think of one before that.
I mean, definitely all black, because I could say, I mean, Saturday Night Live, they definitely had great black members in the past, like when they would have Richard Pryor on, and of course they had Chris Rock, they had Eddie, they had a bunch of good.
Yep.
Tim Meadows was fucking amazing. But
See,
yeah,
he
it
was funny.
was
I like
definitely
Tim
the
Meadows.
first because Jim Carrey was on it, but he was the minority.
Right. When I say
Fire
that, it's
Marshal
like
Bill.
everything was the production wise. The Wayans brothers.
Yes.
Keenan
Sean on the DJ.
Yeah,
Sean was up there pretending to DJ.
Keenan Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans was the head. He was the main one. You know what I mean? He was like the big brother, brains of it all. And his sister's hilarious to me. I don't know. Kim she always, she did some wild shit, man. You know what I mean? Like the shit she used to do up there, I used to crack the fuck up.
Even when she would come on the Wayans brothers show, like when she would guest star, she always was on some wild shit.
Cameo Kim, she started belting out singing and shit. You know what I mean? Like Kim funny as shit, man. But that whole family's funny, man. But that made strong. I remember that shit because I remember going to school the next day and it was the talk. Yo, you watched last night? Like that's your Monday morning convo. Yo, you or somebody, you wait for that one person to make that comment from or say a part of a skit from the night before, and whoever responded, you knew they watched it too. And they did something like, "Yo, you see that shit?" Yeah. I was hoping I was gonna say it out loud, and somebody that saw it was gonna chime in and appreciate that I appreciated it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. 1990, fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That first movie came out.
Sweet, go Ninja.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's. And I like the costumes that they had, the little animatronics they had with the mouth moving and shit.
It looked more realistic than the ones do now. With that, you could tell it's all computer.
Yeah, all CGI now. But back then it was like, man, it's like they actually wore costumes, and then they added those special effects to it, which made it pretty dope, man. If you ask me, you know.
And that was funny because that was back in the day too, where the first time I saw any. Now that I think about it, where I'm like, the first time that I would see a movie had to be a year or so after it came out, because I saw them on VHS.
Right.
And back in the day, VHS came out fucking a year after that fucking thing was in theaters. Because that's like, if you missed it, that's why cats were going to see Star Wars 7 and 8 times, because they knew, like, once this shit's out of theaters, you know, you can get it in like a year later, and people weren't trying to fucking wait for that shit.
Like, I want to see it now.
So it is funny. I just realized that, like, back in the day, I was probably seeing movies like a year and a half after they came out.
Listen, it might have been longer than that if you caught that shit on basic cable.
Yeah, right?
It's like, damn, that shit, commercials and shit, man. I'm like, I just want to watch Arnold Schwarzenegger punch somebody's face off. I don't want to watch this commercial.
1990, Pretty Woman dropped and made every woman want to be a hooker with a heart of gold.
Oh, Pretty Woman, man. That was like a days of what was the other one? Indecent Proposal.
Yeah.
That was like all that same kind of era. But that's funny, man. It's like, would you let your wife be bought by a millionaire for one night for $1 million? I think that was Was that the?
That was Indecent Proposal.
Indecent Proposal, yeah.
Pretty Woman was Richard Gere hired Julia Roberts, who was a whore, like, just to hang out, and then found, oh my God, she's a good person. I can change her life. And it was.
He was gonna pay her just to hang out. Which they say a lot of older guys do that shit now. They go pick up these prostitutes and like, nigga, I ain't trying to fuck. I can't.
Yeah.
Just hang out with me. Make me feel normal. Like, you know what I mean? These niggas want to feel normal. They walk around with a little young cute girl around their waist, and that's good for them. Who knows? I mean, who knows my future? Maybe that might be me one day. You know what I mean? I might be that nigga just try and bag a little young thing. Go hang out. Just hang out with me. I can't fuck. Just hang out with me.
It was this past weekend I got a blood test, and my doctor was doing this thing where, like, they come to your house. So girl came over, and she was telling me, like, I was just asking her how it goes, because she goes to different people's houses and shit like that, and she said, yo, to old people, it's like she has to be closing the door on them, like, okay, bye, because she said one dude had her there for 45 minutes just lonely, just talking and just fucking.
I tell you, my other job, my part-time job, is at a retirement home place, and they're very lonely. They catch you, man. They pull you in. Come here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about 1952. Like, how about not? Let's not do that. What else happened in 90? The Berlin Wall was knocked down. That was the big split between
B wall fall.
Yeah, there was like a big beef with them for a long time. I remember the images of that. People jumping on top of that wall and actually physically breaking it down.
I remember there was so much graffiti on it.
It was, yeah. They're knocking it down.
There was somebody that like 2 days before probably drew a fat ass piece on there, and it was just like, out of all fucking
right. Don't be an ass.
They gonna knock it down now.
Oof. And now many wonder people are still trying to sell their pieces because people got pieces.
Oh yeah, people got pieces
in their house in museums and shit.
In the year 1990, February 11th, South Africa frees Nelson Mandela in prison for 27 and a half years.
That's insane that they even remember that man could come out with a smile on his face after being jailed for almost 30 years.
And he's the one that has the Mandela effect is about him because everybody thought he died like 4 or 5 times.
He's been in jail? Oh, even when he wasn't in jail, he's been in jail? I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
He's still alive. He's not dead. What the fuck?
Mandela. Oof.
But yeah, me and my boy IMC actually have a Mandela fucking tribute song after he passed away. We wrote that, so that's on the YouTube. You could check that out if you choose to. Man, we can go on about another one. Seinfeld debuts. I've never been a huge Seinfeld fan, but I know that.
It's gotta follow.
Oh, and that's the one. Let's end on this one because this is what we actually watched the video before we started. In the year 1990, 1990. Euro dance band Milli Vanilli heartbreakingly admits to lip syncing their hits such as Girl You Know It's True and has their Grammy Award revoked.
Get that out of here. Milli Vanilli in the 90s. Them niggas look like some diesel women. I'm sorry. With the long braids, nigga, and it's like...
They looked like what Whoopi used to look like. Right. Remember when Whoopi was like dumb skinny?
It's funny because I laugh at my mother because, she has a thing for like guys with long hair like that. You know what I mean? So it's like some women like that, dudes with really long hair.
But that's what it was back in the 80s and 90s. A guy with long hair was considered just like, oh my God.
Like Slash, Milli Vanilli.
Fabio.
Fabio, niggas that had this long hair. It's like, oh my God, he's so hot. It's like, so it's kind of hot to be masculine but look like a female.
and in 2019,
it's like it's same exact shit. That's why I look at that style of them, and these guys now they're trying to they're just trying to copy paste that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, it's just like the white t-shirts tucked into the jeans with the belt and shit, and the black that was a look, man. But it was a little baggier back then.
Yeah. There was some room on it.
Yeah, it's a combined between the 70s and 80s together. Tight and then that weird kind of fitting shit, Shoulder pads were heavy. That's
shoulder pads were real strong.
Like, yo, the sharp fucking King Koopa shoulder pads that nigga fucking had on was ridiculous.
With no shirt underneath.
With no shirt. Just
the suit coat with no shirt was dope.
Got a fuchsia shoot.
And the best dance move of all time came out back then. The kick step. Motherfuckers don't know about the kick step. That move, even if you can't dance, it'll make you feel good to do a kick step. Believe me. Funny. And what if by chance I could assign any homework for people that have lasted this long and are still listening, because we did it before we started the episode. Listen or watch a Milli Vanilli music video, and it's funny to just see and be like, yeah, that wasn't them.
How did we get duped?
You can hear it so clearly if you actually look at it now or listen to it now, excuse me. Yeah, it's not them, and it's so fucking easy to hear. Right. Like, there's so many women's voices in the background singing, even when you can see those dudes were some young, crazy in shape 20-something-year-olds, and the black voice that is singing is easily a 45-year-old church-going dude that you could tell just kills it. And it was just, it's the background singers that you never hear about. And but it's funny, looking back at it now with 2020 vision, it's so fucking easy to see. Like, yeah, we just didn't know because we had never been duped like that before. Right. But to see it now or to listen to it now, you're just like, yeah, we're all just dumb.
Right. You fuckers got us. You pulled the wool over us. And these fucking light-skinned brothers, I guess they were brothers that were brothers in real life.
Ooh, double brothers.
Double brothers. We gonna talk about these double brothers singing ass niggas. They couldn't sing, man. And then that one song that you said that came out after they got caught with that
There
one.
one where they were like, "We are singing now."
Right. And it says, like, yeah, well, that's why you weren't supposed
They
to
were
make
off
it.
beat.
Right.
They
you
were
weren't even
fucking-
supposed to make
yeah.
success after hearing how you really sound.
Yep.
Because that was back then. It was like you needed the talent.
That image was everything.
Right.
That image was everything, man. To where they had the image and they put it together, and it worked until they got caught. But such is life.
Such is life. And at the end of the day, my niggas.
It's the beginning of the night.
And you niggas have been caught in this vortex.
The Wumpkin vortex.
Wumpkin vortex, man. I'm Young Pastry, man. This is Watermelon versus Pumpkin. Watermelon vs. Pumpkin, man.
And I am his co-host, not yours, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS on everything.
Ooh.
And dare I say, we have a Watermelon versus Pumpkin nook going on.
It's a
that
nookie wookie. We might gonna get some all kinds of nookie wookies in here.
we might continue.
And Pumpkin, be on the lookout. You niggas is coming up now.
Strong.
Yep. Near the end of this month, it's gonna be more.
It's metaphor. Fall. What do you think fall mean? Okay.
Just let it frame.
Yep. Let you think about that till next week. Hit up the hotline if you choose to. 203-594-6977. We'll be back with 1991 next month. Next week.
1991, yo, listen, 1991. Maybe I should bring in my box. I think I have if I could find them, 1991 Bowman collection of football cards.
Nice.
Niggas with Jerry curls and shit. Deion Sanders had a Jerry curl. We'll talk about it later.
Peace till next week.
Latest.